Imagine working on your dream project, something you've poured your heart, soul, and life savings into, only to have it ripped away by one of the most powerful couples in Hollywood. They don't just take control, they twist the narrative, turn the industry against you, and make you the villain in your own story. That's exactly what happened to Justin Baldoni when he made the biggest mistake of his career, trusting Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. This all started as a passion project. Justin Baldoni wanted to bring a powerful book to the big screen, a story about survivors of domestic violence, a film with a purpose. In 2019, he secured the rights, spent years developing the project, and eventually teamed up with Sony to make it happen. But none of that mattered when Blake Lively entered the picture. She agreed to take the lead role, reduced her salary to $3 million, and asked for an executive producer title, just a meaningless credit, nothing that gave her actual control, or so it seemed. Because from the moment cameras started rolling, Blake slowly but surely tightened her grip on the production. First, it was the costumes. She demanded complete creative control over her character's wardrobe, even though it was never part of the contract. She fired the professional costume designer, insisted on wearing luxury brands that clashed with the film's entire vision, and forced the production team to cater to her every whim, even making them hand-deliver outfits to her home instead of attending fittings like everyone else. Sony started getting frustrated. They blamed Justin. He was the director. Why couldn't he control his actors? So he confronted Blake, tried to reason with her, but she flipped the script. She accused him of making her uncomfortable, twisting their arguments into harassment claims. Justin, already under enormous pressure, had no choice but to back down. Then Ryan Reynolds stepped in. He wasn't part of the movie, yet suddenly he was rewriting entire scenes without telling the original screenwriter. Blake openly bragged about it, saying Ryan had improved the script. And when Justin pushed back, Ryan humiliated him, called him out for body-shaming Blake because he once asked about her weight for a scene where he had to lift her, something he needed to know because of a serious back injury. But suddenly, he was the bad guy. And it didn't stop there. Blake's best friend, Taylor Swift, got involved. She pushed her own composer into the project, forcing Justin to replace the film's original soundtrack with music she and Blake approved. Every decision, every creative choice was hijacked. And Justin, he had to sit there and watch his film, the one he funded with his own money, slip further and further out of his hands. But the real betrayal came during editing. By industry standards, a director gets 10 weeks in the editing room to shape their vision. Justin barely got a fraction of that. Blake demanded access, claiming she needed to be involved. At first, it was for a couple of days. Then it became weeks. Then, before he even realized what was happening, there were two versions of the film, his and hers. Blake had forced the studio to let her cut a version that aligned with her vision, sidelining Justin completely. And the final humiliation, the premiere, the moment every filmmaker dreams of, the red carpet, the audience, the celebration of years of work. But Justin wasn't allowed to attend. Blake threatened to walk if he showed up. Sony, terrified of losing their lead actress, agreed. Justin, the director, the producer, the actor, was forced to celebrate in a separate theater, underground, while Blake took center stage. That was the breaking point. Justin had been silent through it all, but now he's fighting back. He's suing Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and even the New York Times for defamation. He's exposing every single lie with receipts, text messages, contracts, emails proving how they manipulated the situation to destroy him. And now the world is turning on Blake and Ryan. Comments on their social media are disabled. Fans are outraged. Their reputations are crumbling. But the question is, did they push too far? Did their greed and power finally catch up to them? Or is there still more to this story? Let me know what you think in the comments.